When we think about building a legacy, what does that really mean? It's not just about ideas, right? It's about how timeless truths get passed down through a life lived with real purpose. Today, we're going to look at the legacy of one of the Prophet Muhammad's closest companions, Uthman ibn Affan, and we're going to see how one single, powerful principle shaped his entire life. For Uthman, everything, and I mean everything, started right here. This wasn't just some nice quote to hang on a wall. This was his core programming, the operating system for his whole life. This simple idea that the best thing you can possibly do is learn and then share sacred knowledge, that became the foundation for his character, his leadership, and everything he's remembered for.
So, to really get to know the man, we first have to understand his deep, personal connection with knowledge. Let's start with Uthman, the scholar.
Now, what's really amazing here is just how he learned. Uthman was known as a senior scholar of both the Qur'an and the Sunnah. That's the teachings and practices of the Prophet. And because he was so close to his teacher, he basically had a front row seat to revelation and wisdom. But he didn't just listen. He absorbed it, he lived it, and then he made it his mission to teach others from that direct, personal experience. But this kind of deep knowledge doesn't just stay in your head, right? It creates a powerful and, honestly, a completely different way of seeing the world. It fundamentally shaped his whole perspective on what our existence is all about. Okay, just picture this. You're the caliph, the leader of this huge, thriving community. The pull of status, of wealth, of competition, it would be immense. And yet, this is what Uthman says in his very first public address. He's reminding everyone, hey, let's be clear about where we are. This place, it's temporary. It's just a stop on a much, much bigger journey. And to really drive this point home, Uthman would use this powerful metaphor from the Qur'an. It paints such a vivid picture, doesn't it? Our life, our successes, our wealth, it's all like a desert garden after a sudden rain. It's beautiful, it's green, it's full of life, but it's completely temporary. Because soon the winds come and it all just turns to dust. The real point, as the verse goes on to say, is that the only things that truly last are your good deeds. Those are the real treasures. So, from that really big picture view of life, let's zoom all the way in to a simple daily act. Because in this tradition, even the most basic physical things, like washing for prayer, have a deep, profound spiritual reality. There's this amazing story where Uthman was seen doing these exact steps for ablution, or wudoo, and when he finished, he smiled. People asked him why he was smiling, and he said he saw the Prophet Muhammad do the very same thing in the very same place and then smile in the very same way. You see, this wasn't just about getting clean. It was about preserving the prophetic way with love and incredible precision. And here's where it gets truly amazing. This is the deeper reality behind that physical ritual. The Prophet taught, and Uthman passed it on, that this physical washing has a direct spiritual effect. As that water runs over your face, the sins you've committed with your eyes or your words are being washed away. As you wash your arms, the wrongdoings of your hands are cleansed. Physical purity literally becomes a doorway to spiritual purity. So what happens when you have this inner state of purity and this clear view of life's temporary nature? How does that show up when you're in a position of immense power? Well, it becomes a kind of leadership that's built not on authority, but on deep, genuine humility. In most systems, power is all about raising yourself up, right? It's about getting authority, gaining status. But the prophetic model, the one Uthman lived by, completely flips that on its head. True leadership isn't about being in charge. It's about service. It's not about climbing over others, but about lowering yourself to take care of them. This one small, quiet act just says it all. As the caliph, literally the most powerful man in the nation, he could have asked anyone to get him water for his prayers at night, but instead, he got up and got it himself. And his reason? He said the night was for his servants to rest. His incredible status didn't create a sense of entitlement. It actually deepened his sense of responsibility and care for others. Okay, so we've seen the scholar, the visionary, the humble leader. What's the one essential truth that holds all of this together? Let's get to the core belief that forms the very foundation of this eternal legacy. Uthman told people that he heard the Prophet make this absolutely mind-blowing statement. Just pause for a second and think about that. A single word, just a short phrase, that if you say it with total sincerity, from the bottom of your heart, it will protect you from the fire. That is, without a doubt, the most important piece of knowledge anyone could ever have. So what is it? What could this word of piety possibly be? What statement could hold that much weight in the eyes of God? The companions obviously understood how huge this was, and another one of them, the great Umar ibn al-Khattab, confirmed exactly what it was. It's this: the simplest and at the same time the most profound truth in existence. La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. This is the word of sincerity, the word of piety. It's the central pillar that everything else we've talked about, the scholarship, the worldview, the purity, the humility, all of it revolves around this one single truth. And this is the ultimate promise, also passed down to us by Uthman. The entire journey of a believer, learning with precision, seeing the world with clarity, purifying yourself every day, and leading with humility. It is all anchored to this one singular reality. The legacy of Uthman teaches us that real success isn't about what you collect in this fleeting world, but about the conviction you carry with you into the next.